Talkin' Country.
You're listening to Talkin' Country with Paul Taylor.
Hi, welcome to my channel, Talking Country, where we'll be chatting to the stars of country music from around the world, whether it's in Nashville, Australia, UK, Ireland. You'll get it here first. If you like us, subscribe and give us the big thumbs up. Hopefully you enjoy it.
In school, teacher was always wanting me to learn the rules, but I was studying girls on a Friday night. Said if I can learn this, everything's gonna be alright. First time love, I was too young. Second time I was left holding on. Third time's charms and I got burned. Three times loser will never learn. I grew up and I thought that things would change. I get more mature, but I guess we stay the same. But I still believe in a starry night. I'm still waiting for the one that'll turn out right. First time love, I was too young. Second time I was left holding on. Third time's charms and I got burned. Three time loser will never learn. Time, been down two times, been down three times burned. First time loser, second time user, third time you think that I would learn, but I won't learn. Time, been down three times burned. First time loser, second time user, third time you think that I would learn, but I won't learn. First time love, I was too young. Second time I was left holding on. Third time's charms and I got burned. Three time loser will never learn. First time I was too young. Second time I was left holding on. Third time's charms and I got burned. Three time loser will never learn.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. I'm really fortunate tonight to have a great mate of mine on the other line, and that was a song by him called Three Time Loser. And it's with great pleasure to introduce one of the great voices in UK country, Mr. John Stubbs. Stubby, how you doing, mate?
Not so bad, Paul. How are you?
I'm really, really good. I'm really good, considering everything that's been going on. And England getting beat last night, because this is recorded, and you know, yeah, we're still counting, licking our wounds, aren't we?
Yeah, by the next time it comes home, we'll be dead.
Oh, there's the challenge was singing "It's Coming Rome." Oh, that was cheeky. That was cheeky, wasn't it? But no, mate, honestly, I've not seen you for ages, apart from Facebook Live. And you must be one of the most busiest artists in the world, because even from the get-go, you've been doing the line Zoom meetings, haven't you?
I have. The reason behind that was my daughter lives in Australia.
Yeah.
And she was meant to be coming over at the start of the pandemic, and she couldn't come. So I did the morning show at 11 o'clock as a way to talk to her, really.
Oh, wow.
And so I set myself a task at the start of learning a new song every day on the guitar, just acoustic. So I've got literally books and books and books of songs. I've only sang once. And then I did an hour on a Thursday and an hour on a Saturday. And that went from country music, right through to rock and roll, soul, bit of 70s glam rock.
I can just see you with the sparkling suits and the platforms.
You used to do it, man.
Yes, I know. I mean, talking about that, I mean, you've been in the industry now how many years? Come on.
Well, I'm 67, so yeah, 50 years now.
50 years. And right at the get-go, you obviously, it wasn't just all country, was it? It was just
no,
you know, your club scene, wasn't it?
It wasn't country till 80, 88, 89. But even some of the big bands I was in, soul bands, they're like Bob Seger, people like that, and Dr. Hook with a big band.
Oh yeah.
So we were doing country and not knowing we were doing country.
No, it's good because I mean you come from like Cumbria, isn't it? You come from Carlisle way.
Carlisle, yes.
Carlisle, and because you still not lost the accent, and you've been like the sort of East Anglia for quite a while, haven't you?
About 23 years now, yeah.
Yeah, and one of the great things I like about you, no matter when I see a photograph of you, you're touring, you've always got like a sports shirt on. You've always, you know, how many of them have you got?
I had the last count. I had about 43 rugby tops.
Wow.
And about 13 or 14 football tops.
Well, my hometown, St. Helens, you've got one of those, haven't you? So, yeah.
4 of them. Paul.
Four set. Oh, God.
Yes.
The only time I've been to that ground is to have me 2 jabs.
The new one.
Yeah. Yeah, the new one. Yeah, it's state of the art, but I thought I've never been here. You know, I felt guilty really because I don't follow that. It's wrong shaped ball for me. But getting back to the music, I mean, like I said, that we opened up with a Dan Seals song. I mean, that is a brilliant song. Are you a big Dan Seals fan?
I was back in the day. That was recorded with Lemongrass. That was from our first CD.
Wow.
So that would have been 89, 90.
Wow. I watched Lemongrass, and you must have been in there when I've watched you. I mean, when did you leave Lemongrass?
I left in 94. I think the term leave's a bit generous, Paul.
Well, I was just trying to be kind to you.
Oh no, you can tell the truth.
Political correctness. No, it's just that I got my first gig at Fort San Antonio, at the showcase, in between the sets by Lemongrass, who didn't turn up for some reason. I think the van must have broken down. So they asked me. They said, "Have you got enough music for the whole afternoon?" I said, "Why?" I said, "You're on." I said, "Right, okay." And that was it. That was it. That was history. But no, I mean, it's a great song, Dances, and Lemongrass were great as well. Jeff, is it Bosworth? Bettesworth, yeah. I used to get a lot of me backing tracks from him on Steel and that way.
Yeah.
But what made you start singing? I mean, going back to the early John Stubbs, I mean, at school and stuff. Was you singing at school and choirs or anything like that?
Yeah, I sang at school right from when I could sing, really. Sang in the choir, sang at church on a Sunday because I was in the Scouts and the BB. So we had to go to church on a Sunday. Yeah, I've always sang. And I've always liked good singers.
Yeah.
Rather than a genre of music. And then when I heard Kenny Rogers for the first time, that just blew me away.
Yeah.
Because he was singing Sweet Music Man.
Oh,
and he was live.
Yeah.
And he didn't hit the last note. He just went completely off. But it was amazing because it was live and he just laughed.
Yeah, I've noticed there's we all do it, don't we? There's a point and we go, I'm not going to hit that one. I'm coming in the harmony. Yep. I'm coming on the harmony line, you know, because when you're sort of practicing at home, it's nothing like the live situation. No. You can practice all you want. And then you go live on stage going, I'm not going to hit that one.
Or even sometimes I'm not going to start it.
I know. You know, I'm not name dropping for the sake of name dropping, but it's pertinent to this. I was talking to Radney Foster on the show last year. Oh, I'm a massive fan, and I was saying to him, I cover a lot of your songs. He said, "Oh, do you?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Just Call Me Lonesome. I love that song, but I do it in C." And he went, "Oh," and he said to me, "Do you know what? I should have done it in C," because he said it's really. when he does it live, he's struggling. I said, I just do it in C because I'm comfortable with it. Like it suits my, and we just had a good chat about, because I thought he might get a bit upset here, it's like, but
I
he
do
said,
it in A.
yeah, well, that's it. I mean, I mean, your range is great because you've got that high, that high range. And like I said, and it's not a throwaway line. It is, you are one of the best UK singers in the around, and people know that. I mean, like I said, that's why you're probably always busy when we can get out. I mean, you've done a few gigs now, haven't you?
I've done a couple. I did one to the weekend. I was at Pontins for John Keys.
Lovely.
It was a nice weekend, but there was lots of non-country fans in.
Yeah.
And because you couldn't dance and you weren't meant to join in, it was a bit of a, it wasn't hard work, but it was strange.
Yeah, I'm not got used to that yet because I've done a few. I was on Horsham. You've probably done that. Lone Wolf, Horsham. Yeah. I did. That was my first one back. And like, so, the agent said to me, yes, it's, and I went, where's Horsham? Near Brighton for my first gig. All right. And they were great, but it was really weird. I said, you look like the X Factor. You're all sat there behind, but don't press the red button. And then United Services was the night after. And then
was that good?
Oh, that was. It is always stunning. Yeah. But a bit strange with the the restraints that they've got, but the same crowd, always welcoming, as you know. And then on Friday, I did one very impromptu for Cat Radio that I work for. They're linked in with Crewe Market Hall. You might have seen something on Facebook that.
Yeah,
I have never seen an event like it. It is brilliant, and again, we'll send you the links to that because they'll love you, because obviously your wide range repertoire. But I said, it's country. He said, hey, it's okay, just do it. So I'm set up there, and there's 150 people sat down looking at you and going, they're not country. so I'm going Elvis, Beatles, David Bowie, Roxy Music. But I did throw a lot of country in, and they loved it. Absolutely. And like one girl shouted, do you know 5 o'clock somewhere? I went, hey, she said, I spent a year at the university in Nashville, and that was the only thing that was coming out of the clubs and the pubs. I said, yeah, okay, they're great. Yeah. But what a place. But it's strange when the audience, straight away, think these are not country. How am I going to do this? And you're used to doing that, and I again applauds to yourself and others who've done the Zoom, the Facebook Live stuff, because I was asked and I said, it's not my cup of tea. I like an audience and bounce off. I couldn't just sit there that takes some skill, to be fair.
The really good thing with mine was because it was in the mornings, I wasn't competing with anybody else.
No.
And I kept the same audience. Maybe 30 people were watching me live. But when you go back and watch you back in a few days, maybe 500 people have watched you.
Wow.
So I think the most we've had, me and Julie did some duet work, just videos.
Yeah.
Like this, like a Zoom thing where we both sang, and they were getting 6,000 hits, and it was great.
Wow.
But it was my first gig back. I did Hull, the Tuesday night gig in Hull.
Oh, right, yeah.
Mike's place. When I went on stage, I just couldn't stop laughing because I was seeing people. Whereas the last year and a half, I've just seen my face and little comments coming up. So it was really bizarre.
But everybody's been doing it. I mean, no matter who you are, at what level and what, superstars, club singer, you name it, they've all been doing that. And it's been interesting, really, because it's connecting with your fans, and like I said, you've got a lot of followers and stuff like that. And there's times I've thought to myself, I should have done, and I thought, and like I said to her, like one artist said to me, I can't remember who it was now, but he said, it's really strange. And I said to her, well, why don't you go to the local department store, borrow some mannequins, put them in your living room, and have some laughter and applause app that you can press? And she, you never thought of that. I thank you.
Well, there've been a few people got the applause buttons.
Oh, bro.
And what's happened now is, quite a few of the partners have got involved. Like you've got Bob Keeley and his Mrs. Tracy, and Rob Childs and his lady, and they're part of it now.
Yeah.
Jan wouldn't do that. So we just me and the phone. And what happened at the start was people were really understanding if things didn't work. You know, if the internet went down or some disaster happened. But as they got more familiar with it, they become a lot more demanding. You like me singing in here, I get lots of comments. Oh, you're singing in your wardrobe now. Well, I'm saying it's songs from Narnia.
Love it. Absolutely. You need a CD. You need a CD. Another John Stubbs CD. Songs from Narnia. I love that. Absolutely love it. Cracking. Oh, I love it. I love it. But yeah, it's weird how people, like you said, it's like the England game, you know, the England team. We've got them, and the expectations then go higher, don't they? And I think that is with people getting to know you. And it's strange when we go on stage as well, that people think they own you a little bit.
Oh, they do, yeah.
You know, and it's, oh, he didn't say hello, or he didn't say this, and he's not come out of his changing room, and he's da. And what did one, God bless him, I can't think of his name now. He used to write for one of the magazines that's no longer going, Westerner, and he put a thing on, you know, it was a Northwestern country magazine, and he put in, yes, very disappointed, the Westerners don't wear pocket watches anymore, they've got wrist watches. Like, what? What? It's like, we're not in the 1900s here, you know. It's and that was another one. Oh, they don't change the shirts in between the sets. That was another one. And I'm going, what the heck? Especially if you're doing you, about 20 odd dates in a row, you're not going to wear the same, you know.
No. How about yours, Paul?
Yes, you've got a couple of my shirts, haven't you?
Yes,
you have got a couple of my shirts, and one or two of them I wish I still had, because we had a bit of a, I'm not going to say it on here because it this type of shirt that you don't, and we call it a certain shirt, don't we? Beginning with S and a H. Yeah. And there was a couple of things where we're out with Wayne and the guys over in Garstang. England were playing actually in the quarter-final against Denmark. I went to Garstang and watched the games and stuff, and they were all there with the shirts on, and I went, I've give all mine to Stubby. I thought,
I know. Much appreciated.
Oh, no problem, amigo. So what's the future hold? I mean, obviously, for obvious reasons, gigs, hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, I don't know. August is really busy. August has gone way beyond what I was
brilliant
letting myself take, and that'll decide what happens with me now, because I'm not used to being in my own bed for a change.
Yeah.
And being with Jan and the grandkids. So I'll have to see if I like living back in the van and doing my business in the van, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Stubby's van. Luxury.
I'm trying to be polite.
Yes, I've been in the Stubby van. Yes. It's a one-off, let's say. It's got its own plumbing.
Yes, it has. I don't bother, just drop something. I'm not coming through there. There we go.
Yeah, that's true. That's fine.
Last night at the football was that testing. The kids have got these things now, the poppers.
Oh, wow.
Where you're meant to, it's like it calms you down. Like one of these things.
Oh, yes, I've seen them.
Yeah.
Have you ruined it?
How was that? Oh, yes, I broke it. I put my thumb through it in stressfulness.
Oh, right. My local gym have a great punch bag, so I'm going to go on that in a bit. But yes, I mean, your granddaughter helped to go on Zoom, which is great. She's only 8 and she's technically gifted.
She's very gifted, yeah. But no, so work-wise, it's coming in now. But
brilliant.
As we get into a certain age, Paul, I think we're trying to back off a little bit.
Yeah.
It's the young guys I feel sorry for now. You know, the young guys won't have anywhere near the work we had. No. I mean, I've always had a job as such, you know, so
I never really did the full-time singing, but I sort of took early retirement decision, and then lockdown happened.
Yeah.
And then, but I thought, okay, fine, I've got my radio, and that the radio thing has kept me sane, to be fair. But I know when I started the first gig was coming over the horizon, I sort of booked a couple of rehearsal rooms near me, just to make sure, just to make sure the equipment works, because I haven't been out since a while, And I thought guitar, restrung, voice, okay, because it's a musical instrument. Like I said, the seamless transition for you to going on stage would be a lot better than, like I said myself, who's not sang for 6 months, because obviously it's a muscle in your throat, isn't it? But yeah, I managed okay. I don't think I could do 3 on the run. I don't think. I mean, Fridays I was like Barry White on the Saturday, because they were asking me to sing Sweet Caroline. I said, I don't know what key it's in. Let's try a G, and then just got the guitar out. I know.
C. Do it in C.
I know. I did it in G, and I thought, oh, this sounds all right. Now, it got to the chorus, and I got the audience to sing. So I'd strained a couple of chords there, but yeah, it was one of them. I think everyone was so drunk, they don't think they bothered. But did you write anything while you were off? Did you do any sort of self-pen stuff?
Only I did. I wrote a song called "Don't Hug Your Granny at Christmas."
All right.
And that was just when Boris came on and said we couldn't connect at Christmas time. So I wrote this little ditty about that, but nothing serious, Paul. I don't write. Yeah,
it's hard. I mean, I wrote for a while, but I haven't wrote for a while because I've not had that inspiration, to be honest with you. And I think there's a lot of people listening, again, talking to artists and songwriters are plenty, that they wrote things like, say, Luke Holmes, what did he write, 6 Feet Apart and little things like that. But there's not a lot of things that can rhyme with COVID.
No,
or coronavirus, or something like that. There was what I really liked is on YouTube, the creativity that people have had, and that TikTok and all that, the creativity that people have had to make it light of a bad situation. And one of them was a woman stood up in a mock classroom, and she's the teacher, and it said at the bottom, this is 5 years in the future. So obviously people who've had kids now, they've gone to school, but the names are like sort of Corona, Quarantina, Tissue, and things like that, vaccination, where are you, and things like that. But I thought it was quite funny, really. I know. So just to finish off, we're going to play a few more of your songs as well, which are great songs. But anything else, any new albums that are coming out that you're putting together again?
No, I've done a lot of albums through lockdown. I was very lucky. I think the last count was 28.
What?
Yes. But I'll explain, Paul. After about 3 or 4 months of lockdown, I said to my 20 followers, I'll do a CD, but I'll just do it on a plain, Poundland, 5 for a pound CDs. Yeah. There'll be no cover. I'll write on the back what the songs are. If you're interested, let me know. And I got about 100 replies.
Wow.
Saying they would have them. And then a guy from Northampton got in touch with me and said, right, I'll do your CDs, I'll do your covers, I'll do your online printing. I don't know if you can see, Paul, I don't know if I can show you. These are just some of them. It was doing things like this for me.
Wow.
I took that down. But he would record them live off my live recording onto his big computer.
Yeah.
And then bounce them onto some recording gear. And so they didn't sound too bad, but I made sure that they were live.
Yeah.
There was burps and coughs and mistakes and stopping and starting.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of lockdown, touch wood is going to happen next week, I bought a new Zoom recorder. So just a tiny little thing.
Yeah.
Which I can record into my desk.
Ah.
So it's slightly better quality. Where's it gone? Oh. This little thing.
Yes.
That plugs into your desk, and it comes over. If you can find the right setting for it.
Yeah.
It's just short of being a studio quality. So I did a double CD for the end of lockdown, a mixture of rock and roll, pop, soul, other songs people liked. And I'm quite proud of that one. So I'll get them done and I will sell them at gigs.
Oh, brilliant. I was going to say the other ones, you could call it, John Stubbs, the bootleg sessions.
Yeah.
Because, back in the day when it was on vinyl, I remember getting some David Bowie stuff, that LPs that was from Germany when he did a concert over there, and people have recorded it, and for somehow they've recorded the live thing, but it was all bells and whistles. It wasn't bells and whistles, it was rough and ready.
Yeah.
And like you said, people love that, the coughs, the talking, they're having a chat and that, which is great. And did you record any of your Zoom, it's going out on Facebook Live, I should say. Did you record any of those, like for a DVD kind of thing?
Yeah, I've got 4 DVDs have come out of this.
So if people, like I say, listening to this, who would like to get hold of some of your music and that, how would they get to get some of that?
Oh, difficult, because I don't have a website. Oh, yes, if you go onto Facebook,
yeah,
and go to Stubby's music page,
yeah,
that's where you'll find all of the recordings, all of the
Yep.
live ones anyway,
yeah.
going back from the start. And then they can contact me, and I can send them a CD or
Brilliant.
whatever. I do have about 8 or 9 studio albums still available.
Yeah.
Because what I normally do at the start of the year, I'll restock them and do a new one, which I did in Henry's studio this year.
Yeah, how is that?
And then
Is it Man Cave Studios?
Man Cave, yeah, very good.
Yeah, and I've been trying to help promote that with sharing some of the Facebook stuff, because Henry does the same for me. But yeah, is it good? Yeah.
Yeah, and the CD is a different vocal quality, because Henry's obviously a singer.
Yeah.
And people liked it. My wife thought it was really different sound. But I got them done, and then the pandemic hit a few days later. So I've got lots of them in my van.
There's no room to sleep. You go
CD.
Yeah, no, but John, it's been amazing speaking to you, my friend. I've not seen you for a long, long, long time, and I wish you well. And you and your family stay safe, as we all keeping our fingers crossed when Boris gets his act together, and it's still got to be a bit careful, haven't we? But like my mum calls him, my mum calls him Boris Karloff. She's not a big fan.
No.
But no, you're looking well, and like I said, congrats on where you've been. Like I said, during the lockdown and everything you've done and being proactive, I think it's paid dividends for you. And
thank you, mate.
Hopefully we can catch up and have a beer or a cup of tea sometime.
I hope so, Paul. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beer, come on, man.
Well, beer, but no Jack Daniels. No Jack Daniels. No Drambuie or Jack Daniels, please. No.
Nope.
I've hardly drank. I've hardly touched a drop since then. I'll be honest with you. Anyway,
that's a different story.
That's a different story altogether. But no, all the best to you, mate, and stay safe on the roads. And I'll hopefully catch up with you at some point.
Hopefully see you soon, Paul. Thank you.
Cheers, buddy.